Ohio lawmakers propose bold changes to voter-approved marijuana laws. Senate Bill 56 sparks controversy over marijuana restrictions in Ohio. Summary: Ohio lawmakers are suggesting major changes to the recreational marijuana law passed by voters 2 years ago. Senate Bill 56, led by Senator Steve Huffman, R-Tipp City, includes at least 44 significant adjustments, which has caused intense discussion among lawmakers and residents. Ohio lawmakers are proposing significant amendments to the recreational marijuana law that voters passed 2 years ago. Senate Bill 56, championed by Senator Steve Huffman, R-Tipp City, proposes at least 44 key changes, sparking heated debate among Ohio's lawmakers and residents. "We need common sense guidelines," said Senator Kristina Roegner, R-Hudson, whose committee is reviewing the bill. However, critics, including Senator Bill DeMora, D. Columbus, view it as undermining voter intent, describing it as a slap in the face. Key proposed changes. The bill features numerous alterations to current marijuana laws. THC restrictions, reducing the maximum THC concentration in marijuana extracts from 90% to 70%, which Huffman compared to diluting concentrated orange juice. Tax adjustments, increasing excise tax on recreational marijuana sales from 10% to 15%. Most of the tax revenue currently supports social equity and substance abuse programs. Still, the new proposal would redirect all revenue to state government control, effectively abolishing programs like the Cannabis Social Equity and Jobs Fund. Restrictions and bans, limiting dispensary ownership to 8 per person, capping the total dispensaries in Ohio to 350, up from the current 128, banning public marijuana smoking, and eliminating unemployment benefits for workers dismissed due to marijuana use. Cultivation limits, reducing the number of marijuana plants allowed per household from 12 to 6. Adverse actions and protections, stripping current protections against penalties for marijuana users. Social equity and expungement concerns. SB 56 not only defunds but eliminates the Social Equity and Jobs Program entirely, a point of contention for many opponents. This program was designed to provide opportunities for individuals from communities disproportionately affected by the war on drugs. While Huffman expressed openness to discussing social equity solutions, the removal of these programs has drawn a strong backlash. Additionally, the bill lacks concrete provisions for expunging marijuana-related criminal records. Opponents argue this is a critical oversight. "There should be an automatic, state-funded path for expungement," said DeMora, calling for less bureaucratic hurdles for those seeking to clear their records. Broader implications and criticism. The proposed legislation has reignited concerns about overriding voter-approved laws. Critics argue that SB 56 disregards the 2023 vote, in which 57% of Ohioans supported legalization, and sets a troubling precedent. Deputy Director of NORML, Paul Armentano, criticized such efforts, saying, "These undemocratic tactics undermine voter confidence and distort public policy reform." Despite the bill's wide-reaching scope, some issues remain untouched, such as regulations for Delta-8 THC products. Huffman has plans to address these separately, proposing restrictions on Delta-8 sales to those over 21 and limiting purchases to state dispensaries. The road ahead. Supporters advocate for the bill to safeguard against potential negative outcomes, using cities like Denver as examples of mismanaged legalization impacts. Opponents counter that such claims misrepresent the effects of legalization and unfairly position marijuana as a societal detriment. The General Assembly continues to debate the extensive provisions of SB 56, with both sponsor and proponent hearings already held. Opponent testimonies will follow, revealing whether this contentious proposal gains traction or faces resistance echoing past legislative efforts. Ohio residents and advocacy groups remain vocal, emphasizing the need to honor voter-driven decisions and maintain programs that support social equity and addiction recovery. Whether SB 56 succeeds or falters will shape not only Ohio's cannabis laws but also the relationship between lawmakers, voters, and democratic principles.